I'm Jessica Fleming and I'm going to be the next Photosynthesis artist resident. I am so excited to be starting the artist residency. It's going to be so awesome to have kind of the support in a creative process. My favourite process of photography is the analog techniques and just having the physical kind of part of it, being more part of the process, having more control over the images that you create. I studied lens-based media because I just have like a big passion for photography. I've been doing analog processes for 3 to 4 years now. I did start with sonotypes and then I kind of got more into film and black and white film, and then that kind of led into the experimental developing processes. I find that black and white kind of lets you see more the forms and the contrast over the colours, and it's just a different process and it almost creates entirely different looking images. I started developing film with plants last year. I had seen some other photographers do it and I kind of got inspiration from that. I worked on the gorse developing processes because it was more of a sustainable and slow-paced way to do photography. For my initial project, I focused on shooting the plants that the gorse flowers came from. So a lot of the subjects were the gorse plants themselves and the environment that they're kind of thriving in. My process starts with going for a walk on the Port Hills and going to places with quite dense gorse flowers, and I usually shoot on location there, the plants and the flowers, and I collect the flowers there and I steep them in hot water for 3 days after the shoot. And once that's done, you kind of follow a caffeinol process that includes using vitamin C and washing soda crystals. That mixture develops the film. Then you fix it and stop and stuff like normal. At the start, my success rate was pretty low, and eventually as I kind of changed things and figured out what was working and what wasn't, it got a lot better. In the end, I had a process that I really liked and was consistently putting out good results. It all depends a lot on the chemicals in the plants, so if the polyphenol is like high, then it will work better, but if you do it during months where it's not so high, it doesn't work so well. Experimenting in my photography is just fun, and it's just so exciting to see how everything turns out when you don't exactly know. It did take me quite a while to develop a process. I started from a base that was from the handmade darkroom. When you can finally get the process to work, it does make it so much more exciting. And it feels more like rewarding in the end to have gone through all this effort to figure out something really new and exciting and have it come out really well eventually. I think that sharing this process with the community is quite beneficial because it kind of changes the way you interact with nature and think about plants, and it's a sustainable process that is benefiting the environment and is not as harsh as the more chemical developers. It also allows people to be a bit more slow and intentional with their photography practice. We're launching the Residency with an exhibition that will showcase some of my past work, and that will be both digital and analog photography. And it will just be an awesome experience to share kind of what I've been up to and everything that's planned for the future. So in the artist residency, I'm going to be doing a collection of 3 workshops, and for one of those I'll be doing anthotypes. Another one of the workshops is chlorophyll prints. The 3rd workshop is going to be a 2-day workshop where we go and get gorse flowers, and I teach the process of developing film with the flowers. So for the flower picking, we're going to be doing a photo walk as well. So bring along some HP5 film and we'll shoot it together. We're going to be foraging the flowers together and shooting together on the Sunday and letting those flowers steep for 3 days. Then on the Wednesday, we're going to come together and develop the film with that fresh developer. I took on this particular body of work because I wanted to build on my past projects, and I wanted to branch out and experiment with the different plants that are able to develop film. And I also kind of wanted a change in subject matter. So in the past I was just shooting purely landscapes, and now I want to focus a bit more on people. I think the biggest challenge of this residency will be figuring out how to use various different plants and building on my base process. But I think in the end it would be quite rewarding to get everything kind of accomplished. I'm looking forward to the residency because I can share my processes and teach other people how to do a similar thing.